is increasing sequence, or also we can say non-decreasing sequence. The sequence 1 by 2, second term is 2 by 3, third term is 3 by 4, and so on, as n upon n plus 1. This is also non-decreasing sequence. If we consider simply constant sequence, then also this is non-decreasing sequence. Next. Now for these sequences we require some more terms: bounded, upper bound, least upper bound. A sequence an is bounded from above if there exists a number m such that an less or equal to m for all n. The number m is an upper bound for an. You see, here we can see that sequence of all the terms are less than some number which is called m, and it is known as upper bound. If m is an upper bound for sequence an, but no number less than m is an upper bound for an, then m is the least upper bound for an. So in this way we have defined bounded, upper bound, and least upper bound. Next. Let us see one useful theorem for non-decreasing sequence theorem. A non-decreasing sequence of real numbers converges if and only if it is bounded from above. If a non-decreasing sequence converges, it converges to its least upper bound. So this is very useful information which may use in the next calculations. Next please. So let us start with the infinite series. As we have discussed that an infinite series is a sum of an infinite sequence of numbers which looks like a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus an and so on. To calculate this type of infinite series, we may need to find the summation of finite terms. Next. So we will consider the sum of first n terms in this way: Sn is equal to a1 plus a2 plus a3 up to an. This is sum of first n terms. Let us see in specific way. Next please. Here we will define the infinite series: nth term, partial sum, converges, and its sum. Given a sequence of numbers an expression of the form a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus an up to infinity is called an infinite series. The number an is the nth term of the series. Here, as we have seen that the sequence Sn defined by S1 as a first term, that means sum of first term. S2 is sum of first two terms, that means a1 plus a2, and so on. Sn is sum of first n terms, a1 plus a2 plus an. This sequence is called sequence of partial sums of this series, and the numbers Sn being the nth partial sum. Next. If the sequence of partial sums converges to a limit L, we say that the series converges and that its sum is L. In this case, we write a1 plus a2 plus an up to infinity is equal to L in the case of convergent series. If the sequence of partial sums of the series does not converge, we said that the series diverges. Keep in mind, please. Next. Let us see one well-known example which is known as geometric series. Here the geometric series are series of the form a plus ar plus ar square plus nth term is a into r raised to n minus 1 plus and so on. It is denoted as sigma r is equal to 1 to infinity of a r raised to n minus 1. Here a and r are fixed real numbers and r is non-zero. R is known as ratio and a is first term of this geometric series. Next. Here we have to consider sum of first n terms. Definitely we will discuss here convergence of this series. So the sum of first n terms, let us see on the tabletop. So as we have seen, S1 is equal to simply a, S2 is equal to a plus ar. Similarly, Sn is equal to a plus ar plus ar square plus a r raised to n minus 1. Just multiply this whole both sides with the number r. Rsn is ar plus a r square plus up to a r raised to n. Now take the subtraction of these two equations. We have 1 minus r Sn on left hand side. We can see that ar minus ar is cancelled. Ar square minus ar square, this term can be cancelled. So what is remaining? Remaining is a minus a r raised to n. So here we can see that Sn is equal to, what we can write, a upon 1 minus r minus a r raised to n upon 1 minus r. Now the convergence of this series is depends on limit of this sequence. So let us see limit n tends to infinity Sn is equal to limit n tends to infinity a upon 1 minus r minus a into limit n tends to infinity r raised to n upon 1 minus r. Now we know the limit of this limit n tends to infinity r raised to n. This is 0 if mod r less than 1. So this will work here also. This term is 0 if mod r less than 1. One more thing in this step, that r is different from 1 because we have denominator 1 minus r. So r is different from different from 1. So if mod r less than 1, we can see that limit n tends to infinity Sn is equal to, when we apply the limit, this term is 0, this is constant term, so it is a upon 1 minus r. In the case of modulus r less than 1. What happen when modulus r greater than 1? So when we consider modulus r greater than 1, we can see that this limit goes to plus or minus infinity, respectively positive or negative cases. So this is plus or minus infinity, one of the limit. If r is positive, we will get that way, and if r is negative, we have more than one limit plus or minus infinity, and therefore for mod r less than 1, limit of sequence of partial sums does not exist, and therefore it is divergent in the case of mod r less than 1. We can also consider in case of r is equal to 1 and in case of r is equal to minus 1. Let consider one of the case. Suppose r is equal to 1, then Sn is equal to a plus a plus a up to n terms. So this is Na. Limit n tends to infinity Sn. When we apply the limit, this is infinity. Therefore for r is equal to 1 also limit does not exist. Okay. Similarly, you can consider r is equal to minus 1 for yourself, and you can show that limit does not exist. So overall the scenario is, in the case of geometric series, is convergent if ratio is less than 1. In terms of modulus, let us write down mathematically. If ratio is R, then modulus R less than 1 gives us result convergent. If modulus R greater or equal to 1, it gives us result divergent. CGT and DGT are short forms for convergence and divergence. So geometric series is convergent for mod R less than 1 and divergent for mod R greater than 1. Okay, slide please. Next. So this is the conclusion of this geometric series, as we have discussed that the geometric series sigma a r raised to n minus 1 is converges to a upon 1 minus r in the case of modulus r less than 1 and diverges for modulus r greater or equal to 1. Next.